Hello everybody, my name is Rainy and we're back with some more Nonograms. It is currently September 28th. It is 8:30 p.m. and I'll drop the YouTuber stick there. Anyway, let's begin. You know what I see? I see all of this and I get excited. So let's do that, right? 620 minus 3 excuse me, 14.9 minus 6, right? Yeah, minus 6. 14.34 is minus 7. No, that's a minus 8. Yeah, minus 7, like that. 113 1131 minus 5. Alright, before we get to that though, let's look at some other things. Let's look at some other rows and columns where we could possibly get a lead on 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 1, 6. No, nothing. 10. No, we should start with the rows. But let's see. 10. No. 10, 9. I don't think so. Yeah, we should start with the rows. Sorry. 1, 12, 4 is minus 6. 1, 13, 1, 1, 5. Oh, that completes the row. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, let's fill it out now. 5, 3. What am I doing? Sorry, that's a 3. That's a 3, that's a 5, that's an 11, that's an 11, that's a 12, that's a 7. Let me just double check. 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 11, 11, 12, 7, 6, 3, nothing there, which means this is the 13. So like that, right? Yeah, like that. 5, 4, 4. 6, 3, 3, 4, 3, 7, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 3. Nice. Okay. I think we can fill out something over here. 1, 13, 1, 1, 3, 1. That the 3 has to be here. So fill that out. That's the 4. Alright, now this is the 8, which cannot extend to here. This is so that that means that's the 2. Extend that. This is the 1. 1, 2, 8, 1, 6. Nice. That's a 3. That's a 4. That's a 3. Nothing here. Alright. Let's keep looking. This is a 3. This is a 12. Yeah, no, so nothing here. This is a 6. Nothing here. That's clear. This is a 3. That's a 1 and 13. Yep. Nothing here. That's a 14. That's another 14. That's a 6. This is a 3. This is a 7. Nothing all the way up here. What else? This is a 4. That's a 14, 3, 4 right there. Complete. Nothing here, nothing here. So 1, 13, 1, 1. Yeah, there's a 1 here. This is a 3. 1, 1, 3. And then 1 somewhere there. Okay. 14 and then 9. That completes. 620 should be done and done. Yep. That's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 3, and that's a 2, which makes this the 1. So there is nothing here because that's a 1, 13, 1, 1, 3, 1. Yep. So this is a 5. So that's a 7, 1, 1, 2, that completes. That's a 5, that completes this. 1, 13, 1, 1, 3, 1. Holy, what a start, right? This is an 8. 1, 2, 8, 1, 6. Yep. 4, a 1, and another 4, like so. Yep. And this is a 7. Nice. This is a 6. This is a 3. This is at least a 4. This is a 1. This is a 6. That's a 3. That's a 3. That's a 5. Yep. No space for the 4 there. We can extend this 12. Sorry, so it's a little caught up on something. Sorry about that. Let me drink water actually. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. So if there's a 6, there's a 3 up here, and that's the 3. And there's a 1 there, which makes this a 4. So that's a 1. And this is a 6. So that's a 1. 1, 6. Yep. It's 12. That's a 4. Oh man, what is happening? That's a 4. That's a 5. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a 4. Okay, that's a 4. That's a 3. No space for the 6. Block that. Which means this is the 3. There's nothing here. Extend this 5. That's a 3. That's a 4. No space. No, there is space. This is a 4. There's a 9 down here. Minus 5. This is a 3. This is a 6. This is a 10. Extend it like that. Yep. That's a 5. 3, 6, 7. There's no space for the 7 here. It has to be down here. This is a 6. That is a 5. That is an 8. Yep. That is a 6. That is a 5. And that is a 3, which also knocks all of that off. Nice. No, nothing there, there. There. Alright. Nothing for the 2. Nothing for the 5. So 2, 5. Nice. That's a 10. That's a 9. That completes. 5, 4, 9. Yep. That's a 7. Everything accounted for. That's a 1. That's a 1. 1, 6, 5. Limit to there. Limit to here. Yep. 1, 6, 6. Limit to here. And limit to here. Nice. This is a 5. This is a 3. This is a 9. And that completes. That's a 9. Yeah, that completes. That's a 10. That's a 1. That's a 5. Everything accounted for. No space for the 7. No space for the 3. 2, 9. Yeah, 2, 9. 3, 9, 2 being here does not fit, which means this is the 9. And there's a 3 over here. And this is the 2. So extend this 6 like that. Block that off. This is the 6. 1, 4, 4. Extend that. Block that. That's a 2. That's a 2. 1, 6, 5, 1. Complete. 4, 2, 3. That's a 4. That's a 2. 1, 6, 6. Complete. That's a 5. That's an 8. And that's a 6. Yeah. That's a 2. This is a 1. Alright. This is 4, 1, 3. That completes. Extend this 10. That's our 4. That's our 5. Nothing here. No. This is our 5. This is a 6. Block that off. Yep, that sounds right. For I'm really tempted to say this is the 4, because if it's not the 4, that means this is the 2 and that's a 1, which cannot be the case because that's the 1 over there, or something. This is that's the 4. Nothing here. That's a 5. Yep, that's a 3. That's a 5. That's a 3. That's a 12. That's a 4. That's a 5. Block this off. Yep. Yeah, like that. No space for the 4. No space for a 6. This is the 6. That's the 6. Block that. That has to be a 7. There's obviously no space. Yeah. This is a 4. No space for the 7. No space. It is a 10. Extend that 5. That completes. 5, 3, 3, that completes. Nothing here. Nothing here. Extend this 9. Alright, only to there. What now? 7 to yeah, only the 7 2 is guaranteed to be there, so -4. That's a 1 that completes. Yeah. That's a 3, 4, 1, -1. Sorry, let me just double check. 3, 4, 1. Yeah, -1. This is a 7. Nothing here. No space for a 4. Seems like this is the only space for a 5. So 5 and then 1 -4. So that's a 4. That's this has to be part of the 4. That's a 2. Okay. That's a 9. It is a 9, so nothing here. Which means that the only place for this 3 is here, at this 10. So that completes. That's the 4, that's the 2, that's the 3, that's a 2, that's a 5, that's a 4, yeah. Being very careful, that's a 4, that's a 9, complete, yep, no, that's a 10. This is a 3. This is a 3 also. 3, 4, 1, 4. 3, 4, 1, 4, yep. That's a 7. Yeah, that's a 7. This is a 3. 9, 3, 1. Yeah. 10, 2. Nothing there. 7, 2. 7. Okay. I believe this should be the 3, because if it's not the 3, then the only other space is here, which makes it 3, 1, 4, 3. Definitely not. So this is the 3. That's a 1, 1 here. And there's a 4 and a 3 down here, which is -3. It's like that, like this, like this, like this, like this. 3 3 3 5. Yep. 3 2 3 3 2 3 2 4 4 7 2. Okay, nice. 4, nothing yet. So that's a 2. 3 2 3 11 2 12. Done. 4 2 1 2. Nice. 3 3 3 5 4 2 1 3. Okay, that's a 6 1 5. Yep. 1 3 4 1 4 3 6 10 9 4 2 1 3 5 2 6 4 2 5 5 3 3 1 2 4 4 7 2 4 7 2 1 1. Nice. 1 1 3 1 4 -2 and then 3. That's a 3. 6 1 4. Okay, that's done. 1 4 8 5 3 1 6 3 1 1 5 1. That's a 1 1 1 2 3. Done. 1 1 3 1 4. That's a 4. That's a 3. 7 2 1 1. That's a 2. 7 2 3 3 1 6 3. That's a 1. 9 3 1 2 1. 9 3 1 1 2 1. That's a 4. And that's done. Oh my gosh. Wow, let me just fill that in. Wow, that is today's daily in 18 minutes. That is the fastest I've ever done the daily puzzle. I'm kind of proud of myself for that. But it is, you know, it is most definitely because of this right here, the opening. That was an insane opening. Alright, I'm pretty happy about that. I'll post this as soon as I can. Alright, thank you guys for watching.